I'm here on behalf of Youngry at the LA Techweek. I'm here with Fuji, who is heavily ingrained in the AR/VR space. First question I have for you is, how did you get involved in AR/VR, and what in your past led you to this moment?
So my perspective is actually from a biomedical engineering perspective, and so I'm really passionate about augmenting the human and transforming our human experience. So it's a little bit of a circuitous path. I started in biomedical engineering, where you can use technology to enhance the human body. I did actually have been in VR and AR a long time, and I worked. This is sort of the second wave of VR and AR that I've been involved in. Like in the 90s, which is when I did my graduate work at Berkeley. This was in robotics and VR. And VR originally came from the field of robotics and simulation and the need to be able to understand how different mechanisms or robots are able to manipulate and project the presence. So this came through the fields of space, defense, and healthcare, which is an area that I've worked a lot in. And really using the knowledge of how to project your presence through technology and to enhance our performance in certain tasks. So some of the work I've done in the medical field included using simulation and VR to train medical trainees, medical students on certain procedures or tasks, and then more recently I was with the startup which basically developed the first telepresence robot. I led the design and development of the first FDA-cleared telemedicine robot, which is now in 1,500 hospitals in 22 countries. So I'm really passionate about being able to extend expertise and extend your presence and to be able to be anywhere through the magic of technology.
Wow, and I don't think I even realized that AR and VR is so applicable into not only the medical industry, but also the bioengineering industry as well. I think like a lot of people, found out about AR because of Pokemon Go. It became so popular so fast. For all of the early stage entrepreneurs that are tuning in right now, what bit of advice can you give them as far as getting involved in AR and VR, since it's such a burgeoning space right now?
Yeah, so when I first started in VR and AR, this was back in the late 90s. That was when it was experiencing the first one of the waves of popularity, and for a while it kind of died down. But I think right now we are at a point in time where the underlying technologies are matured such that this is all converging, and we're able to do the things, realize the things that we finally said we were going to be able to do with VR and AR. So really realize the promise. And so, in terms of getting into VR and AR, I never really set out to get into a particular field. It was really about doing what I was passionate about and to be able to help patients or to transform the human experience.
Wow, that's incredible. Another question I love to ask people, and this came from Lorenzo, who's also a part of Youngry. What book or piece of advice from a mentor have you ever received along the way that really shapes who you are today?
So I think mentorship is very important. I've been fortunate to have several really top-notch mentors, and it's really not just on the expertise side, but it's really on what would you want to be when you grow up, in terms of the integrity and the purpose you want to embody through what you're doing. So I think it's important to be passionate about what you're doing, and I think that will take you through all the bumpy parts of the road.
Absolutely. And then my last question is, as an entrepreneur, and you've obviously had your own entrepreneurial path, what is the one bit of advice you could give to entrepreneurs out there, especially early stage entrepreneurs, about going on that path of entrepreneurship and what a long ride it is?
I think it takes a certain kind of person to be an entrepreneur. You have to like doing all sorts of different things, and so you may not be the master of any one thing, but really kind of able to do a lot of things. And I think with entrepreneurship, you're actually able to forge your own path, and I think that's the most exciting part of it. And sometimes it can be a lonely path, and that's when your passion and your belief in what impact you're trying to achieve will take you through the rough patches.
All right, thank you so much. That was a great interview, and it was great to meet you.
Nice
Thank
to
you for
meet
your time.